Alright, this is our Halloween special. Sunless Skies Sovereign Edition.
We both played Sunless Sea, but not this.
Yeah, so we're doing this just because we haven't done this one yet.
It's a train going through the sky. Dragon Quest IX vibes.
It kinda is. Yeah, Legacy or Merciful. I'm gonna go with Legacy. If you die, you can only continue with a new captain, because that's what I'm used to. Merciful sounds too kind. Aiming assistance? None? Yeah, I don't need any. Yeah, I don't need any extra assistance there.
You say now.
Ooh. Our expedition to the domains of the dead has been eventful. The Orpheon is damaged and in grievous need of repairs and supplies. We are returning in haste to reach where I hope to make port at New Winchester. May God be with us, for 1,000 deaths wait in the sky. Final entry of Captain Amelia, Charity Whitlock, DCM.
You said that name's so weird.
What?
I don't know.
What?
Whenever you say names, it's enunciated really weird. Like they're not names.
That's because they're not people. I'm kidding. Oh, whoa. Alright, so in the previous game, it was train. I mean, it was boats. In this game, it's trains.
Sky trains!
This is the transit relay to and from the Blue Kingdom, a distant region of heaven, still ruled by a sun. Oh. Few travel there. It is unwelcoming and uncanny. The sun is unwelcoming, uncanny.
I relate to that.
Thanks to the lack of traffic, many London officials consider this a cushy post. Those stationed here are in good favor with the department. Recall your recent travel through the relay. Remain in the reach. To near and around your business. Oh, let's enter. Okay. Wait, are we the Orpheon? The Orpheon recently arrived through the relay in a state of distress. No, we are not. I'm stupid. If I read at least a part of that sentence, I would have known. Having had to flee the Blue Kingdom. Whatever it was the captain did there, it incensed the local authorities. They pursued you to the relay and tried to close it while you were mid passage. So we are the Orpheon. We just aren't the Orpheon's previous captain. Yeah, that even looks at our health. Look at that. Half.
You start out halfway to death.
Yeah, you do. You barely made it out. What's more, the attempt to close the relay has damaged it. No travel will be possible in either direction until it is repaired. It will take some time for the relay to be repaired. This is the transit relay. You find the no. Oh no.
Like there's too much to read.
No, it's that where you put the edifice behind you and head back towards the knotted overground tangles of the reach. Occasionally, stars peek through the gaps in the celestial undergrowth. This just means we aren't able to rest for a while. Is that our fuel? I assume that's our fuel, yeah, because that's our inventory. You return to the reach, an untamed sunless span of the heavens, London's new frontier. A celestial garden run wild.
How do plants grow without sun?
They don't. So, real question here. Oh, your journey back from the... No. From the Blue Kingdom was tumultuous. Your locomotive is damaged, and Captain Whitlock badly wounded. Oh, there we go. But so you have to hold it down. It's not like the previous game. Are the two games connected? Are they in the same universe? As first officer, the crew took to you. The nearest station is Winchester. Can you get the Orpheon there safely? Absolutely not. What is cruise control? Cruise control is just automatic movement. Oh, nice. Scavenge. Alright, so that's fuel.
Sky debris.
Alright, so fuel is there. That's fuel. That's our supplies. We only have one. The Ozymandias. Oh, I didn't read the last one. Ah, whatever. A wreck drifts here. Less fortunate even than you. We should scavenge her for repairs. Yeah, okay. Ooh. Listen to that music. Okay, I'm gonna have to up the music for people watching. The wreck hangs in the sky, pocked with recent gunfire. You and the boarding party don your sky suits, garments of waxed canvas lined with felt to protect against the cold of the sky. Oh. Two of the crew are whispering as they dress. What business did Captain Whitlock have in the Blue Kingdom anyway? Why the devil did we trespass on the districts of the dead? Silence them. Now is not the time. We'll leap across the wreck. Oh, that's terrifying. You jump, your stomach lurches with vertigo as the stars blaze above you and below. The air of the heavens is thin and torn by unpredictable winds. Then your boots hit the running board of the Ozymandias, and your leather-gloved hands fumble for a fold. One of your companions throws you a line, and you lash the two engines together. Only then do the rest of the boarding party follow you. Oh, okay. So if we died, that was just it.
I expect you to die within, 10 minutes.
Oh no, we're still in the tutorial section. One of them forces open an exterior hatch, and you climb the ladder inside.
I reassert my expectation.
Her interior is cold, unlit, and whistles with wind. Your party's lamps spread buttery light. This reminds me of the depictions of like Iceland that they made up for people, in which like the fields, the grass, the dew on the grass was just butter. I'm like, what?
Butter, there's just wells of butter.
That sounds like diabetes. You make your way towards the hold, stepping over bodies crumpled in the corridor. Unfortunately, your way is blocked. A bulkhead has been mangled inward by a well-aimed barrage. Clear the obstruction away. You locate a length of pipe to use as a pry bar and set to work. Lead your party on a more precarious path. Go back out into the Ozymandias hole, climb past the blockage, and...
Do so carefully.
This will test your iron skill. Iron is the skill of confronting and overcoming. Oh, iron. Good. No, I don't want to do the other.
No. Risk.
I mean, either way, you could fail one action and just get nothing.
Yes.
I don't think you understand what this is.
I do understand this. I've played Sunless Sea.
You don't... Okay. As you strain against the stubborn steel, you remember an event from a year ago. A boiler explosion had trapped an engineer under a tangle of plating and pipework. The captain was first on the scene. You were second. Together, you managed to pry the wreckage upwards enough for you to crawl beneath it, while the captain braced the bar across her back. By all means, take your time, she grunted as you dragged the engineer out. Back in the present, the twisted bulkhead yields. Your companions clear the exposed rebel away. Exposed. A combination of exposed and explode. They're very similar word. Word, singular.
Just one.
The way is clear. Oh boy. You have reached the Ozymandias hold. A ruin of smashed cargo and spilled supplies. Hopefully somewhere amidst the detritus. I don't know why I said detritus. You can find parts to repair the Orphean and restock your stores. Conduct a thorough search. Companions work quickly. The Ozymandias hull has begun to creak. Your actions on board may have compromised its activity. What's wrong with me? You find enough food and gear to restock your supplies and enough spare parts to make necessary repairs to the Orphean. The food will need to be thoroughly thawed, of course, but you've eaten worse in the skies. Oh, cries one of your party, prying the lid off a long crate. It holds a cannon, still nestled in straw. Another crewman pulls a battered bird cage from a pile of ruined cargo. Within the cage, something winged and Ferd opens a sullen eye. You examine your finds.
You now have a pet.
Isn't that how it works in the previous game too?
Yes.
Mount the Jerusalem cannon. This has not aged well, actually. I want to help the bat. The Ozymandias emits a long, juddering creak. Your boarding party exchange nervous glances. From the chaos of its hold, you have retrieved repairs and supplies and discovered some useful equipment. A gun that can be mounted on your locomotive and an educated bat. Educated?
It can read.
The heavens are wide, so locomotives use scouts like bats to locate things of interest. Ports, resources, wrecks, like this one, to scavenge. Huh. You can claim both this and the cannon. Oh. Haha. Eyes in the sky. The bat treats its rescue as an inconvenience and immediately begins haggling over pay. Okay. You offer to put it back in its damn cage and leave it on Ozymandias, at which point it becomes much more polite. You doubt it will last. One diffident bat. Mount the cannon. Her own weapons were damaged during the flight from the Blue Kingdom. That leaves you vulnerable. The Cotterell and Hathersage Jerusalem fires a single... That actually sounds like a firearm company. That sounds straight up like a firearm company.
Yeah, it does.
To a good range, more or less accurately, you order 2 of your party to get it back to your vessel and fit it immediately. The Ozymandias groans again. The structure shudders spasmodically.
You okay?
From the chaos of its hold, you have retrieved repairs and supplies and discovered some useful equipment. A gun that could be mounted on your locomotive and an educated bat. We shouldn't. We should return to the Orphean. It's too dangerous.
Risk.
I don't want to die.
Yeah, I know.
You lead the boarding party back to your vessel, unshackling her from the Ozymandias. You stroke your engines and steam away, restocked, repaired, and rearmed.
You said stroke.
And stoke. And stroke your engines.
You stroke the engines.
Your terror has fallen. Alright, sending out your scout costs supplies now. Instead of just being free. Oh, scout has discovered something. See what it is, open your chart. Oh, that's another station, isn't it? Oh, that's not a station. The walls of the captain's cabin are lined with a hodgepodge of curios from across the sky. Captain Whitlock lies in bed black-mark covered there, like a monstrous branch. When she coughs, coils of acrid smoke pour from her lungs. Inquire after the captain's injuries. The locomotive doctor attends her. His lips are tight. Approach the bedside. Let's approach the bedside. Her mouth is blistered from the blue fires that danced on her tongue. Her hands grip your arm. Her skin is hot as a kettle. Oh, that's terrifying. Made arrangements. The Orphean will be yours. Her voice is just a rasp of burned meat breath. Oh. But promise, she breaks off to scream a word in a language that was not made for human mouths.
You mean anytime I scream?
That's still a language for human mouths. This is implied something eldritch. So anytime your grandmother screams,
She makes a tea kettle noise.
She does. She makes a really loud tea kettle noise. When she resumes speaking English, she is weaker. Her request, a little more than a gasp. Promise me one last service. Promise. What if her condition is contagious? Oh, that feels so mean.
But you would worry for that.
Okay. Okay, promise. She sinks back, relieved. All in my will, she gasps. Be it better. She breaks off as the sigils burned into her bones flare, glowing cherry red through her flesh and skin. Better captain than I. The effort exhausts her. She sinks back into the scorched pillows and a twisting, frantic fever. The walls of the captain's cabin are lined. Oh, right, we already read that. Take your leave. You have an engine to command. You leave the cabin and the scorched stink of its air behind and return to the bridge. New Winchester is further than you'd like, and the captain hasn't long left. I'm trying to get rid of that. I can see the cannon on my ship. I only fire from my left side. Get out of here. I remember how to play this. That's fine. A little bit of bumpiness. Better than death. There we go. We took some damage, but let's loot. You're prepared to board the buckled wreckage, poised to plunder the plunderers. Behind you, someone's humming a song of victory. Raid the remains. Stolen valuables, whatever. 44 sovereigns. Oh, come on.
Why is sovereign such a common, like, fantasy currency?
I don't know. I don't think about that. I've never thought about that in my life. I'm not gonna lie to you, Sarah.
But you've noticed, right?
That is a thing. Well, you can't land there. Ow. Oh, so space is like zoom in, zoom out kind of thing? I'm certainly not consuming more fuel or anything.
Do you feel disoriented when you look, like, at the background?
No. It's very clear to me what's what. Oh! This was where I was supposed to go. You coast into the bustle, the din, the soot, and the steam of Murvesey Station? Is that how I say that?
I don't know.
Okay. It is clogged with other engines. Scrappy mining locomotives from Lustrum Way, weathered explorers gleaming with frost, sleek company vessels with bright brass fittings. No sooner have you pulled into the sidings than a brusque station master bustles over. He requests to come aboard. I must speak with your captain, he insists, brandishing a ledger. The usual formalities. All right, look to the Orphean's doctor. His hand in his hands, his eye. He lowers his eyes. Oh my God. The crew exchange bleak, wordless looks. The Orphean itself feels suddenly more empty. The station master looks confused. You inform him that, unfortunately, Captain Whitlock has just passed. He says neutrally. Neutrally? Right, well.
People die all the time.
Ah.
How inconvenient.
Oh, God. No, he's not annoyed. He's just neutral. Sorry to hear that. Very sad. Very sad. He waits for what he considers an appropriate minute and a half before continuing. Alas, even amidst tragedy, the cogs of bureaucracy must turn. If Captain Whitlock is deceased, the station authority require their answers from the first officer. He dons a set of spectacles and locates his bin. It will be relatively painless. Name, background, purpose of visit, etc. Shall we begin? Oh, right. Oh, boy. I'm thirsty. I've been speaking a lot.
Similar backgrounds as to Sunless Sea.
Yeah, they've had a very similar background in the general games they've created. Today, London lies between the stars. Her new empire unfolds across the heavens. But 10 years ago, before the Northern Gate was opened, before the renewed Empress led her people into the skies, it lay in a vast cavern far beneath the earth. Deep, dark, marvelous. Who were you then?
Oh, so is this like in the future thing from Sunless Sea?
I don't know if they're connected at all. Street urchin. No parents, no laws, no masters, but also no roof over your head. No money, and often no dinner. Freedom comes at a price. You'll begin with high veils, the skill of evading and deceiving. I wonder why. A soldier. Yours was not to reason why. Yours was but to do and die. You will begin with high iron, the skill of confronting and overcoming. That's something I desperately need in the game and I've sucked at before. A poet. The pen, the ink, the blank, monstrous page. You will begin with high hearts, the skill of convincing and enduring. An academic. A student of the science, the arts of philosophy. You will begin with high mirrors, the skill of investigating and deducing. Oh, there's more. A priest, hymns and hymnals, Sundays and sermons. You'll begin with high hearts, the skill of convincing and enduring. A zailer.
Yeah, it has to be connected.
Ah, they're the same. You roved the mournful, merciless waters of the Underzea. You will begin with high iron, the skill of confronting and overcoming. We're definitely picking that. A ministry auditor. For a time you served at the Ministry of Public Decency, which has become Her Majesty's preferred instrument. You will begin with high mirrors, the skill of investigating and deducing. A revolutionary. The world is broken. One way for the rich, another for the poor. You decided to do something about it. You'll begin with high veils, the skill of evading and deceiving. Zailer. You remember bats winging across the still black sea. Oh my God, they're all different. The distant lights of London calling you home. Salty prayers offered to heedless gods. It was a hard life, and often a short one, but you made your mark. What were you known for? You smuggled, you explored, you bought, and you sold. You smuggled. Her Majesty's Navy had a great many opinions on what should and shouldn't be sold in her territories. Your own opinions were rather different. You increases your veils, the skill of deceiving and evading, and affiliates you with villainy. Oh. You explored. Yours were lonely journey. Yours were far, lonely journeys. You endured nameless hardships. You rallied your crew in the face of utmost uncertainty. Increased hearts, the skill of convincing, or whatever. It affiliates me with the academic. Nickelodeon. Anyways. You bought and you sold. You were a merchant. Precarious life. Lived on the knife edge between fortune and ruin. Increase your mirrors, the skill of investigating and deducing, and affiliates you with Bohemia. Oh.
So the middle one?
Oh, these are gods. I think they are. I primarily explored, but I also did bought and sold, so both are choices for me. I'll go with explored, though. Choose an ambition. What does winning mean to you? Oh, that's obvious for me in real life.
Which one?
The truth. Wealth. You want a comfortable retirement, and by comfortable you mean extravagant. Many have made their fortunes out among the stars, many have failed, broken and lost in the drifting night. Will you be different? To win, gather a substantial retirement fund. Acquire lodgings and at a hub, port, and retire. Jesus. Sentence, hard. Fame. You will immortalize your exploits in the song of the sky. For centuries, people have launched themselves into the unknown in the hope of making a name for themselves. You're sure you'll succeed. After all, you never heard of anyone who didn't. Oh boy. Gather stories of your exploits and write about them in New Winchester. That's actually really easy to do.
Isn't that how you speedrun the first game?
No, you speedrun the first game by just creating your character and then leaving and retiring.
I've retired immediately.
And it's like 28 seconds of the world's fastest speedrun of like, what's the previous game again? Sunless Sea?
Sunless Sea.
Yeah, there we go. Jesus. The truth. Even the stars have secrets, but they won't keep them from you. A message from an old friend begins an unwise quest to learn the secret of that the stars hide. What drives you? Curiosity? Justice? Insolence? It's a mix of all three, actually.
Mostly insolence.
Whatever it is, it will be tested. Be warned, this is demanding ambition. Best played by a lineage that has already completed wealth or fame. Oh, I guess not that right now. Let's go with fame, that's the easier one. Oh, nice, we get to pick our hat. Cheerio. This will determine what people call your captain, but your captain's gender is up to you.
Captain is my gender.
Citizen. My character is Citizen.
Wait, is that a woman with a beard?
There's actually a lot of choices here. That's a really good beard. That's a terrible nose. Picking it. Oh my god, I can have my eyebrows obscure my eyes. There we go, that's perfect.
Yes.
And long flowing locks. And a gigantic...
Yes.
I've made a werewolf! I've made a werewolf.
Citizen Davies.
Yep. Alright. Oh, wow, my iron is really, really high. That's great, though. I have nothing in either of these, and that's bad. Let's go. I remember how this game is played. 3 weeks have passed. This morning, Captain Whitlock received a simple memorial service. Her body was consigned to a... I almost read that as necrophile.
Oh, no. No, Necropolis.
I said what I said. Necropolis train bound for the Serene Mausoleum. Now you sit with a handful of her relatives and the threadbare offices of her solicitors. A methodical notary is reading the will. The captain was wealthy once, but squandered her capital on the mysterious expenses before her expedition to the Blue Kingdom. Listen to the end. The captain's relatives, from whom she was mostly estranged, are clearly wondering why you are here. Oh, provisioning. I'll
That
read that
reminds
later.
me of Gran Torino.
What? Oh! Oh my god.
A movie.
I've never seen it. I don't know movies. I don't know songs either. These are all references that escape me. True to her word, in final I've never read this word aloud. Codicil?
Don't ask me. I've never seen that word before.
Oh. That's what I get for playing more games than you. Ha! Reading books. Oh, God. Captain Whitlock confirmed that possession of the Orphean was to pass to its first officer. He appears with dry gray eyes. Oh, jeez. This includes a certain black box in the Orphean's hold. Captain Whitlock's final request was that at a time of your choosing, you transport said box to an address in London. He hands you an address card and deposit it there. You are not to look inside. She gave no explanation. And that's it. You're the captain now. I'm the captain now.
Immediately open.
The Orphean is yours. Captain Whitlock's legacy. You can investigate the black box at New Winchester. You could take the box to London as requested, or you could sell it and be done. Oh. You have been bequeathed a large black box, which once belonged to Captain Whitlock, and you gained 100 sovereigns. Oh boy. Provisioning before you leave New Winchester. It may be prudent to buy more supplies. You can buy them at the Victoria Market. To visit the market, select it from the menu, and that appears to the left of the main panel here. Here, you can swap between shops and stores. Scouts. Your scout has discovered something. Oh my god. So it's all kept in one gigantic thing. Recruit the incautious driver. Christ, that's a unique word for this. I specialize in test driving, but I'm looking for something quieter.
This is not that.
It would. Follow your ambition. The song of the sky. Repair your locomotive. Hire on crew. Oh, that's crew. I recognize it now as more than a clump of shapes. That comes off worse than it is.
Oh yes, my nameless crew members. A lump of shapes.
You are really screaming that. Are you okay?
I just want to be heard. You've complained I'm too quiet.
You are very quiet. Your voyages have grown perilous of late. Numbers and morale are lower than they were. Today, New Winchester is abuzz with rumor. A famous tackety captain has turned tail and fled back to London, promised a generous pension and a full pardon in exchange for selling secrets. His crew are at loose ends and under a cloud of suspicion. Will they ever find work again? Hire some of the turncoats' crew as replacements. Oh boy. Alright. We hire them. Initially, the crew members are suspicious. They think you might be a journalist for the Gazette. Still, they are happy to drink on your coin. And as the night progresses, their reserve vanishes. When they arrive at your engine, the next day, to sign their papers, they come with headaches and nausea and the last of their things. They go to their berths, ready to make for the stars again. Crew quality is now 10. An opportunity. The fastidious inspector. Have you ever seen the word fastidious?
Yes.
Thank God. Sometimes we have a weird disconnect in the levels of our diction, and it's really weird because your college degree and I'm a high school equivalency test.
GD.
Yeah. Excuse me, Captain. A woman pushes through the crowds toward you. She is short and square, shouldered, in a neat black suit and polished shoes. She shows you the case of her pocket watch. It is embossed with the crown and hourglass of London's horological
Office. Horological office.
Horological office. But what is horology? Answer me, Sarah.
I can only make inappropriate jokes.
Exactly. That's immediately why I stopped. I was like, oh, hey. The body responsible for ensuring time is consistent across the empire. Oh, so it's just the timekeeping office. What? I'm hoping to book passage to Port Prosperous, she says, slipping the watch away. I can, of course, pay. Pay sounds promising. A new passenger. Thank you. The locomotive I was on broke down following a boiler rupture. The chief engineer's fault, I expect. A gentleman fonder of brandy than of diligence. Here, an initial sum to seal our bargain. Prosper lies northeast of New Winchester. Not that there is such a thing as north, south, east, or indeed west out here. Instead, London cartographers picked 4 of the brighter, more reliable stars visible from the Empress's new palace and named them northeast, east, south, and west. That's actually a really good sense of humor.
Wait, but are they in the same directions as what we would consider north, south, east, and west?
I have no idea. Gained 50 sovereigns, total 194. The fastidious inspector has joined your engine. Oh no, my engine! We were transporting the fastidies.
She was the one that caused the crash. She joined the engine.
She melded with it. Repair the locomotive. Restore your locomotive to a pristine cost. Have your hull partially repaired. It would cost 3 sovereigns per point to the hull you've lost. That's fine, I guess. It's better to have it full. You lost 15 sovereigns. An occurrence. Your hull quality is now... Okay. An occurrence! I'm sorry, it's just really funny. I never expected that.
Events?
Opportunity. Learn about training. Successful skyfarers fund their expeditions by dabbling in trade. Inquire whether there are any good trading opportunities available. A porter at the station advises you to visit the nearby pub, the Promise of Days, and talk to the seasoned captains there. They keep their ears to the ground. They'll know about an opportunity or two.
I wonder if your weird reading is because you don't have an internal monologue.
My weird reading is because I have a stutter and my speech is incredibly stilted. My weird reading is to prevent me from sounding like William Shatner. Visit the Promise of Days. Old pistons gleam on the walls. The shelves are crowded with mementos from across the sky.
Mentos. It's just a bunch of Mentos.
When we don't like a customer, we give it to them and then slip it in their drink.
It's ever always Coke. Does that still work in a rum and Coke?
You just order a rum and Coke without rum. Or you give them the rum and Coke without rum. I don't know.
No, I'm just wondering if you drop a Mentos in a rum and Coke, if it's still...
I don't know how booze works. I know how booze is made. I don't know the properties of booze. The clientele raise their voices to be heard above the comforting clamor of the adjacent engine yards. Introduce yourself to the seasoned captains. They are always happy to offer words of advice. Sometimes many words.
Where did you acquire your spices to be so seasoned?
At your local grocer. Oh, jeez. Four are gathered at their usual table. The masked citizen, a libertine. Oh my god, I read that as a libertarian, and I'm like, why is that important? Polymath and pioneer of the Neo-Nocturnal Artistic School. What?
It's now nocturnal. This is a new development.
Okay. The bedeviled didact, a scholar haunted by his discoveries. The plucky baroness, explorer, collector, philatelist? Philatelist?
Well, it's like philanthropist, so it's gotta be Phil. Philatelist?
Philatelist. Yes, I've heard that word. I just feel dumb now.
Spatchcocker.
And Spatchcocker Meg who hunts monsters. Of course, everything out here is jolly dangerous, says the Baroness. Oh, I gave her a very masculine voice. That's how it's gonna stay. Few risk the skies, so news of distant ports is valuable. Collect port reports from the places you visit and deliver them to Victory Hall or Company House. The more you turn in at once, the more they'll pay. Oh, that's really good, because that's what I tried to do in the last game, but there wasn't any real huge benefit.
To collecting a bunch and then returning?
Yeah, you'd always get like only a certain amount at a time. Look for other opportunities on the way, advises the masked citizen. Passengers who want transport, rich men in need of bloody work, etc. Bloody work. I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm just gonna move on. I want to get to the game. Let's buy things. Victoria Market. Fuel.
The most necessary thing.
Your hold is almost full. Look for opportunities to use or sell some of your cargo. If necessary, you can also jettison unwanted cargo from the hold panel to create room for something more important. I mean, I think having fuel is pretty important. Explore. Undock. I said I know what I'm doing. I didn't say I was very bright. Alright, so that still works. L is light on, L is light off.
But what would you need the light for?
To see in the dark? Some places are really dark. Plus, without the light, your terror increases. Wait, we came from this direction.
You're afraid of the dark.
You'd be afraid of this too!
You'd already be dead!
Jesus Christ. I don't think you'd already be dead. I think you'd be close to it.
No, I died of asthma as a baby.
I mean, in this smog, maybe. March 18th, 1905. The taste of smog. The sounds of iron on iron. We are home. The goal? Find the thing. Found something. That's not what I'm looking for. I gotta go up.
Northeast.
Wait, how did I even see that? Because it went up. Oh, I'm gonna die, aren't I?
Yes.
A lush verdance encloses you, green as emerald. Manchulin's thrift. How do I go?
Angelin?
Manchlin.
Wouldn't it be Mocklin?
Backlin? I don't know. I can't dock there, though.
Hi, friends.
Are they friends?
No.
Yeah, he's a friend. Oh my god! Your hull is damaged. No, you don't do that to me. You're much tougher than the other ones I've fought. There we go. Get out of there. I'm not sticking around for that. That did a number of damage. That did 13 damage.
Sorry. No, I was just looking at all the like foliage in the background and stuff. They're like, trees don't grow in no light. But I'm like,
Yeah, they do.
you said that earlier.
What?
I asked how the trees grow without a sun, and you're like, trees don't grow without sun.
I was joking, mostly. For things to be right more than twice a day. Pay engineers to deal with that sort of thing. What? Fastidious inspector approaches you in the gallery. Captain, good day. I noticed your ship's clock had stopped. Perhaps you'd permit me to repair it? She has a little case of tools and a hopeful expression. Alright, sure. She gives a grateful flicker of a smile and sits to work. Soon she has the back off the clock and has spread tiny cogs across the galley table. Obscure horological tools gleam brassily among them. Everything has a place. I appreciate the opportunity to keep myself busy. Staring too long at the stars is harmful to the temperament. Okay. Oh, good. We can talk to her. Fastidious inspector has a round face, brown eyes, and short, dark hair. She gives you the impression of being perpetually busy. Inquire about her work. She sniffs. It is of fundamental importance that 10 o'clock on the 2nd of June in one corner of the Empire occurs at the same time as 10 o'clock on the 2nd of June in the opposite corner. How is an empire to function if it can't agree what day it is? The United States time zones shake angrily.
This was actually a cause of concern, though, with train systems in the 1800s.
I know. Unfortunately, the process is complicated by the fact that time is less reliable than it was. The hours trade has seen to that. The what? Ask for news of London. London sits in her coat of smog. Courtiers squabble at the foot of the throne of hours, hoping to receive endowments of years. Meanwhile, hard-working civil servants labor to ensure everything runs as it should. Was there a touch of archness there? Archness? I've never heard this used in this way. All as normal. I miss her, though. There is no city like London in all the skies, and Albion is very different from the Reach, much more civilized. Discuss the Reach. It has an uncouth splendor, but I miss Albion, and the steady light of the clockwork sun. That sounds terrifying. The these sunless reaches are so misty and quiet. She pauses, but critical. The territories here are rich with raw hours, and enough vegetation grows on them to feed the whole of London. Even if some of it is of dubious shape. God. I think I'm gonna move on now. Oh my god, she says too much. There's a lot of reading in this game. I'm bad at reading. That makes reading bad.
Hey, at least it's not algebra.
Oh, March 21st, 1905. The inscription on the memorial to the unknown rat is dedicated to those brave Ratus Faber who gave their lives in the early exodus to heaven.
Is that a reference to the first game?
Yeah. Wonders. You found and benefited from a wonder. One of the most pleasant and least menacing landmarks of the high wilderness. Wonders immediately lower terror when you draw near them, so long as you haven't visited too recently. Perhaps it's worth taking a detour to include them in your routes. Oh, I didn't know they did that. That's nice to know. That's good information.
You know what I love about these games the most?
You don't feel like crying when you play them?
Oh, I absolutely do. No, the exploration.
Reluctantly, your bat confesses to having found something.
I love just being able to fill the map.
I love when I die, the map needs to be refilled. Wait, no. I may have overestimated the amount of fuel I'd need compared to supplies. I'm running lower on supplies than I am fuel by a long shot.
People, stop gorging yourself. Citizen Davies is putting his hand.
Citizen
foot down.
Davies. It sounds really funny now.
Yeah. Put my foot down. Without a sun, there is no moon, and I can't transform into a werewolf.
Oh, whoa, look at that. Look at that. Godolphin. Another scarred casualty of the interminable? Oh my god, I've never said that aloud. I'm sorry. Winchester War. A wreck. A wreck gleams with frost. Its windows are dark. Its engine silent. Perhaps something of value lies within. Force the doors of the hold open. Yep, I need iron for that. I'm good with iron, though. I've got 27 of the shit.
Fist.
Iron Fist. Oh, that's a hero. Never mind. Your driver holds your locomotive steady alongside the wreck as your crew take turns at the pry bar. Eventually, the bay doors are sufficiently parted and permit the spryest of you to squeeze through. Soon they return. And what's this they have found? What could it be? A faintly luminescent cage. A light burns from within. That's really concerning. You now have one vision of the heavens. Oh.
Is that a good thing or
I
a bad
I
thing?
don't know. A silver idol rests inside the cage. 4 wings extend from its hunched shoulders. Made from moonstone, your navigator says in a hushed voice, to amplify the light of the stars.
Can I use this to transform into a werewolf?
I feel like I've traveled too far north.
I feel like you traveled too far east.
It did say north, northeast.
Yeah.
So that means it's just a little bit east. But how far? We're not very far east. Wait, what's north anyways here? Oh. Oh. Oh no. Oh, there's so many maps.
It is spherical. Why is it spherical?
I don't know. Ask Drake and Josh. Well, I made an enemy. I made an enemy. Oh my god, I made an enemy.
You wanna talk about the story you told me last night?
Oh no. It's not relevant.
Okay.
New Winchester built watchtowers here in a fruitless attempt to deter marauders. Almost read that as manslaughter. That's technically correct.
Marauder.
That's technically correct either way.
Manslaughter implies my murders aren't intentional. This is far from the truth.
I mean, it's not the murder you're trying to do. Not inherently. Still trying to get a hold of everything.
Do you suppose the map randomizes?
It did in the previous one.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, definitely.
So you can't look up where locations are.
Yeah. That's the whole point, isn't it? Randomized games are gonna be around a lot longer than regular games nowadays, with the advent of the internet. The clamor of New Winchester can be heard on the wind, familiar as a disagreeable uncle. Supplies, your supplies are low. Once you run out, your crew will begin to starve.
And then it's Soylent Green time.
Then we eat people. Just as my ancestors did.
Remember to start the cannibalism soon in your starvation.
Pasts and deeds. You've earned enough experience to increase your captain's level. You can now choose a new past or deed via the facet screen. Take a facet. Okay. Worst things can happen at Z. Oh, there's a bunch of references. Spell in prison. An interlude in red and gold? You lost your mind once. They put you in a splendid hotel and managed by a cheery gentleman who would determine when you could leave. A scandal. You were the gossip of London's salons and the target of blistering editorials. Scarred. You came close that day to death and left its mark. Alright. Worst things can happen at Z. I'm gonna go with an interlude in red and gold. We desperately need more mirrors and iron. You lost your mind once. How colorful the other guests were. How red the curtains. How gold the fittings. How secure the locks. Eventually you were allowed to leave. But was your recovery genuine? Yes, you're feeling much better. Thank you. Now you just learned to lie. You said what you had to, and they sent you home. Even now, the world is red and gold and splendid.
The rewards are the same.
No, they're not. That's iron.
Oh.
That's veils. We need iron. We need the veils.
So you chose insanity. Good job.
I have a type.
You're building him to be your type?
No.
Werewolf.
It's an Oblivion joke. Oh my god. Company House, 57 experience games. The local headquarters of the Windward Company, London's proxy in the Reach. Deliver port reports here to receive rewards and win the company's favor. have to. Following the uprising, the fortunes of the Windward Company fell in New Winchester. Shops. Oh, fine, I have to look around first. The Windward Company, who represent London's interests in the Reach, may have work for a Skyfarer. The frantic work of the company. The offices are cramped, typewriters ring, assistants scurry between desks, beleaguered managers struggle to make themselves heard over the hubbub. Eventually, a harried assistant makes you a cup of tea. I'm afraid everyone's busy today. But if you want to make yourself useful, we always need up-to-date reports on events beyond New Winchester. Bring them straight here, though. Not to... He nods out the windows towards Victory Hall, where the Colonial Assembly gathers. That lot. Queen and Country and all that. Oh, I see. So they're American. I'm kidding. Okay. We'll give them to them. Visit the Westward Company. Oh, I don't have any port reports. There's no shops? You guys are awful.
You're useless to me.
Full steam ahead. Back into the darkness of the Underzea. Underzea. What was it called again?
It was called the Underzea.
No, this.
Oh.
I don't remember the name. That shows you how this works. Yeah, we didn't go too far. We didn't go too far east. We didn't go far enough north.
The Reach.
I've played Skyrim too much for that to be the Reach. The clamoring central station of New Winchester, a place of steam and smut and thundering iron. Here you can find people willing to pay for skilled captain service. Yar. Oh no. All we can afford is one. What can we sell? We have nothing to really sell. We don't have many sovereigns left now. Repair the locomotive as much as we can. We can't even do that. Perhaps not. We have enough crew. We just don't have the ability to feed them.
If you have fewer crew, do your supplies deplete less fast?
Slower?
Yes. I forgot the word.
This is what I meant by diction earlier.
Stop. I knew the word. I had just briefly forgotten.
So you didn't know what the word diction was?
I knew diction. I forgot slower.
You walked that joke. You walked that joke right in.
I know.
You let it in the door.
Yeah. Quit poking my leg. Poke you. It's so stop. Quit.
That's a wall. That's a wall.
Embrace wall.
No.
So how well does it control? Does it control the same as Sunless Skies?
It's a little looser, actually. Yeah, it doesn't control as... It doesn't control like a boat. It controls like a train that's on a road. I don't know what else to explain it as. It's a train that's on a road.
Grand Theft Auto time.
No. No mods. You get banned for that in Grand Theft Auto.
Why?
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto, if you do mods, you get banned. You're not allowed to use online features. You get banned permanently, I think.
That's sad.
Yeah. Hello, children. Welcome to I Don't Like Grand Theft Auto. Was it obvious? Oh, God. I don't know where the hell I'm going.
That's the fun part.
That is part of the fun part, but, like... It's the fun of exploring, not inherently the fun of getting lost.
Especially when supplies dwindle as you watch.
I need to deliver that lady to her place. Oh, we've got to revisit the Wonder then. Might be a little soon. You're thinking what I'm thinking, right?
Probably not.
I can't read. It's okay.
What are you thinking?
Something in English. That maybe the place we need to go is down here along this wall. Well, the answer to that is a no. Yeah, that's a hard no. Ah, that's a shame.
You want to know why you have to resort to cannibalism real fast if you have to?
Why?
Because you can't eat starving people and stop your own starvation very well.
That doesn't really apply in this game.
This is real life advice, Soylent Green.
Don't eat people.
Unless you have to.
Don't eat people. I'd be the first to die. Not because they'd eat me, but because I wouldn't eat anyone.
Don't worry, I'd eat you.
I would bite the shit out of you. Alright, running low on fuel. No, not running low on fuel. Running low on supplies again. Just my favorite thing. Ah!
Hey lady, can you mark this on my map?
It's the Dreadnought again. Okay. Managed to avoid most of the shots there. Oh, jeez. It's going again already. You can fire way too fast. Oh, there we go. Your hull has fallen to zero. Your captain is dead. Wow, that was really fast. The hull
Die.
cracks. The sky pours in. The sky pours in? An esteemed predecessor. The cold takes you.
It's like you're in space.
Not all is lost. They managed to reclaim Orpheon. Spatchcock reclaimed locomotive. Oh god. You inherit a copy of your predecessor's chart, though it lacks the details of their final voyage. I guess we'll go with something different this time. We'll go with a soldier. We'll go with still neutral again and still fame. Random avatar, random name, Principal Evans.
You must go. Everyone dreads coming to your office.
What did you do this time, kid? A new lineage. Alright, take another thing. Interlude in red and gold. Let's do that again. I pick being crazy again. A fastidious inspector. Hmm. Follow your ambition, the song of the sky. Where to begin? Ponder your ambition. Gather tales of terror and sky stories to begin the song of the sky. Which is my book, apparently, I guess. Explore the city. Oh, we're not doing it again. No! No! Shops. How much money do I have? How much money do I have? What's my journal like? Officers, first officer. No. What's my hold? What's my hold? How much money? I only have 9 sovereigns.
Even less money?
Huh. Ah! Hide advice. The hold. I know how to check things. It's the same as Sunless Sea. An opportunity with the fastidious inspector. Pay sounds promising. Let's do it. All right, shop. Victoria Market. Buy. Okay, so we have that, but we don't have that stuff up there. There's a wonder there. Is it possible northeast is somewhere in this section? Because it wasn't up here.
Maybe.
I am determined to deliver this one pursing during... Pursing. You are a pursing to me.
Clump of shapes.
My crew, air quotes.
My disposable clump of shapes. They're assorted.
My character was insane before I picked that backstory. Backpath.
Backpack. You see, sometimes you don't say things right because your sanity is just a ruse.
Damn. I've been found.
You have evaded professional help.
Alright, so these are the bad guys, and it's very clear to me now. Yeah, these are the bad guys.
Don't try to escape.
There we go. I was attacking the wrong ships before. Scrap and scuttle the burning vessels. See if there's cargo.
Cargo.
Yeah, cargo always. You now have 1 bronze. The hell?
That's not what I wanted.
No, that's fine. I just don't know what it is.
It's bronze wood. The gestures. They can't hear your gestures.
I know, but they get the gist that I'd be flailing my arms. Alright, come on, a little faster, guys.
Does it have different speeds?
Not as far as I can tell. But I can dodge left or right. Huh? Oh. During your recent altercation, a round of enemy fire bored clean through the bridge. No one was killed, but your crew are shaken. Their minds wander, their hands tremble. They question orders. Something must be done. Okay. Order them back to work. Idleness is the devil's garden. Give them no time to fear, or to doubt, or to regret. You lost 3 crew.
Where'd they go?
They leave your service at the next port. There's nothing to report? I think that's more ominous than anything else.
This whole great sky filled with wonders and you found nothing?
Oh, there's something there. Lights in the distance. A stoker begins to sing a ballad about the chimneys of New Winchester. I suppose losing 3 crew wasn't that bad. Yeah,
Consume the deserters.
this definitely isn't where I need to go, though. I'm not going to eat anyone. Permit. There we go. Continue. Perhaps not. Goodbye. Jettison the cargo with her in it. No, too cold. Remember, you move slower in the cold?
I don't, but thanks for reminding me.
Now you know. Knowing is half the battle. The other half is me winning the fisticuffs match.
The other half is violence.
You've heard of spousal disputes? Well, I'm gonna show you my fist.
Apology is what I call my fists. I'll give her an apology.
You're screaming laughing. Oh my god.
Oh, it's so terrible.
It reminds me of a step on my mother's watch. My mom called me a son of a bitch, and I hit her. No one calls my mom a bitch.
But then I hit myself because no one hurts my mom.
I always remember that joke incorrectly, the start of it. So to me, it's the step on my watch joke.
That makes no sense.
I know. Ah, nothing up there. Is there even anything here? Are we being pranked?
Yes, please take me to a place that doesn't exist. Oh wait, no, it's in the exact opposite direction.
My chart. The legend. What's this? Huh?
But wouldn't it be funny if it's like just right, like you just nearly avoided it, passing it like several times?
No! That would be terrible.
Yeah,
That would be frustrating.
no. Ooh, windy.
Can you not hear the game?
I can.
Okay. Oh, I don't have any mining. Can't do anything there. Leadbetter and Stain Roads Nature Reserve.
Isn't it lead beater?
Leadbeater? Oh, it is. Discovering ports. I don't need to know about discovering ports. LNS loading bay. Gather report. The Leadbeater and Stain Road Nature Reserve is a national park maintained at a great expense by the company. I don't believe that. Scores of researchers come here to study the nature of the Reach. Many visitors come here, too, for a pleasant holiday. I don't believe that.
They spared no expense.
To earn rewards, handy reports in the... Converse with fellow captains. What brings them out this way? For a few, it's the work provided by Leadbeater and Stain Road. For the rest, the reason is the same. They're drawn by the beauty of the reserve. Some are here with tourists from across the Empire. Others are here to give their crews a respite. Others were simply passing by. They couldn't resist stopping in. Let's get out of here. Actually, shop. They do. They have supplies. Selling. They don't take that here. The thing.
Sack of verdant seeds.
Oh, from which mighty trunks may grow, or any number of other things. The floor of the high wilderness is erratic.
I'm looking for some decorative ferns.
Decorative ferns.
Ferns. Yeah, I also say words wrong.
It's okay.
I have a speech impediment.
Ooh, a crash. I can take advantage of that.
One man's trash train is another man's salvation.
Alright, so I got 10 hull off of that. That's really good.
I must mention that the train is a lot noisier than the boat in Sunless Sea.
It's a train.
Yes. I didn't say it didn't make sense.
Ooh, there's a thing there. Let's go. Once we get them there, this expedition into this place will be over. This isn't as scary as the Sunless Sea.
I guess, you know, the sky isn't as scary as the black ocean.
Yeah. The sky is more naturally open. Exploring an ocean under the ocean is much more frightening.
I also think that in Sunless Sea, there was more stuff concentrated.
There are, but there's more areas in this, so there's more things you can explore.
But it comes off as having a lot of more empty space.
That makes sense. Well, Sunless Sea only had one map. This has several maps. There's probably just about the same amount. It's just that we haven't encountered it yet. Oh, we drove right by the thing. Ah! Thanks to its coat of vines, the overgrown signal box of the Isambird line retains its structural integrity, if not its dignity. No, no, no. Don't. Bad.
You know what? Given how much you miss, maybe aim assist would have been helpful.
I was hitting them perfectly fine. Yar! Bam! Ooh. Oh, investigate. An abandoned signal box. Recruit fatalistic signalman. Read the ledger. Read the cache. Okay. The window frames serve as trellis for a vine, circumnavigating the signal box. The plant's stem resembles thigh-thick twine, giving the building the appearance of a hurriedly wrapped parcel. Interesting. Inside, beneath a desk covered with rusted levers, is a luggage trunk. Captains in dire need can borrow from the cash inside, but custom dictates they must later replenish it. You detect a whiff of cigarette smoke as you enter. A man in a gray uniform and gray bowler rises from a chair. Evening. I don't suppose you're looking for a signaler. Okay. Evening. Gave him a terrible accent. He doesn't sound hopeful. How long has he been waiting here?
You increases your villainy.
A break from duty. He is startled by your response. Oh, right. Was expecting you to say no, to be honest. You ask what he was doing here. I work the Isambard line. I'm the last one, I suppose. Hitch rides between the boxes, make repairs, sweep up a bit, but I could do with a change of scene. He seems unsure. Well, I'd better get my things together. He picks up a modest hold all and checks his hat on his head. Yes, I think that's everything. After you, Principal. You can appoint the fatalistic signalman to be your signaler when you are docked in port. Read the ledger. Captains who withdraw from the cache should note their name and ship and what they took. Occasionally, they add anecdotes. You gain a vision of the heavens or sky stories. Nice. Yes, we get sky stories. We need that.
You can retire now.
Oh, jeez. The handwriting is poor but legible. Captain Ogana withdrew from the cache, citing desperate measures. There is a column for miscellaneous notes. The captain warns of a condition afflicting her crew. It starts during a period of downtime. One took up gazing at the stars and encouraged the others into consideration of the heavens. This has since become a fixation, and the entire crew only grudgingly leaves the windows to perform their labors. Oh. Raid the cache. A captain who takes from the cache must later replenish it. This may mean enemy aids enemy, rival succors rival. Better that than bad luck.
Oh.
The luggage trunk is sturdy and vast, large enough to have held a modest family's worldly goods on the journey through the avid horizon. Left here, it still serves those braving the wilderness. Close the trunk. The cache is depleted. Perhaps someone has come before you and taken whatever it contained. Perhaps in time they'll come back to refill it. Till then, there's nothing for you here. This place was a folly. Already nature strives to reclaim it. Let's not linger. I'm one to agree with that, actually. Tales of terror over tea and biscuits. No, he actually got me there. I thought I was a safe distance, but I guess not.
There is no safe distance.
Pillage their stores for fuel and supplies. Yes. Partial success. If you lost one crew, you now have a tale of terror. Gain 1 supplies and gain 1 fuel. Nice.
Hey, now I can trade Tales of Terror.
I can trade! Where the hell am I supposed to go? Wait, is that it?
What if it was? It's not north-northeast.
That's north-northwest. I just thought that was something else this whole time. It doesn't make sense.
No, it does not.
Is that north northeast? Actually, let me check. No, that's north northwest.
So north, you might as well just say north.
North, slightly west. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, that's not. What is it firing at? I got your back, buddy. Scrap and scuttle the burning vessel. Seize its cargo. Reclaimed! Have a good one, friend. Find it weird that wasn't a location. Oh, you're a big raider, aren't you? No, 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 I'm not messing with that right now. You can do whatever you want over there. He grudgingly admits it finds something. It's
Prod
still
it.
funny.
Poke, poke, poke.
It's like me poking you in the middle of the night, like, whatever you're doing, stop squeaking at me.
I wasn't intentionally.
Rumble of far off refineries. Port Prosper.
This is the one.
Yes, it is. The Mornington Alberthat span? Aberthat? Aberthat.
Doc, and you've done it.
Crammed at the feet of a hulking crag, Port Prosper is a little London divided into an affluent West End and I've never heard this word aloud. You want to try?
Impecunious?
That works for me. East. Queen's Cross is a busy station, crowded with engines that have arrived through the nearby transit from relay from Albion. Explore Port Prosper, deliver the fastidious inspector. She disembarks with her bag in hand and peers up at the clock tower that is being raised above the station. Nice. She disembarks with her bag in hand and peers up at the clock tower that is being raised above the station. It is tangled with scaffolding and rings with the sound of hammers and the cries of workmen. Accept your payments. Perhaps not. No, I'm kidding. Oh, neat. You receive fuel and supplies in addition to a sum of money. Ensure you have 6 spaces in your hold before accepting. Haha, just convenient enough, I do. A satisfied customer. Thank you, Captain. Here's the balance of our agreement, and as promised, a requisition order for fuel and supplies. She casts another glance at the incomplete clock tower. Given the apparent state of construction, I'd recommend you visit the work site. There may be an opportunity there. Yes! Yes!
You did a thing, and you leveled.
Yes, I did. Ask the horse foreman what he needs. Now, that's not a foreman of horses. That's a horse foreman. Let's take a facet before we end this. Spell in prison, battlefield. August Avenues. That one's interesting. You spent your youth in stuffy sitting rooms and chandeliered parlors. Hush. You can still hear the delicate sound of silver spoons on china cups.
What's this one?
Below stairs. Oh, this is a Harry Potter reference.
Heh.
The comforts of every well-to-do household rely upon the scurrying, grinding work of its servants. You know this firsthand. No, it's not. A mentor. For a time, you enjoyed the favor and protection of a mentor, someone who saw your potential and decided to nurture it. 5 hearts, 3 iron, 1 affiliation villainy. Why is everything give affiliation with villainy?
An honest living is hard to come by.
Probably. Alright. You were not ungrateful, but your life was hedged by bounds of civility and expectation. You had disobeyed sometimes to discover that you were... To discover who you were. Discover that you were. I was like, that you were what? When you had to rebel, how did you do it? Secretly and occasionally.
Howling at the moon.
Oh my god. This is a different captain. The other one is dead.
It's a line of werewolves.
Oh god. Secretly and occasionally, you wouldn't bring shame to your household. You kept your disobedience modest and discreet. No one was any the wiser. Openly and frequently, a cage is a cage, whether it's gilded or not. You are punished, of course. It didn't stop you. I'm gonna go with secretly and occasionally. Alright, and that puts us at 27 veils to deceit. Yeah. Alright. Trying to get myself killed. No, I'm kidding. Save and exit. We're free.
We're free?
We did the thing. It took us an hour and a half to accomplish the first mission you can do in the game. That wasn't really inherently the goal. We just made it the goal because otherwise we'd be playing for ages because I tend to get lost in this kind of game. Yeah. I don't know what to really say here. Hope you guys have a good Halloween. Enjoy trick-or-treating. If you're American, at least. Don't get COVID.
Was this game really Halloween themed?
I thought it would be scary. Or at least ominous like the previous one, but it's not. The previous one is much more ominous. Sunless Sea. Sunless Sea is a fantastic game. It's got a DLC called the Submariner. Get them both if you can. They're currently on sale. You can get them both together, I think, for like $10 on Steam. It is very worth it. You guys can get it. Thank you guys, and I will see you probably tomorrow for more Hollow Knight, because I've got scheduled uploads for that until November 8th. Why?
Bye!
Bye!